From the old days, my parents have always doted on my younger sister more than me. I was aware of it myself, but the difference was striking. Still, my parents expressed their desire to live with me in the future. I had been living with the belief that it would eventually happen, even though I had no desire to get married, but I never expected such an outcome. My name is Nikki, and I'm 42 years old. I have been working as a bureaucrat since I graduated from university. I must say, I have always been a studious person. Even as an elementary school student, I enjoyed reading challenging novels and delving into encyclopedias and reference materials. Thanks to that, my knowledge kept accumulating and I always scored an A+ on tests. The teachers at school praised me every time, but my parents never did. They wished they had raised me to be more like a typical child. A child with a hobby of studying like me was not endearing to them. Even if they made me engage in extracurricular activities, I would just get them done without much enthusiasm. Yet, my parents would often say that I was a boring child. When I turned 10, my sister Kathy was born. The love that was supposed to be directed at me gradually shifted to Kathy, and before I knew it, I had become like invisible air inside the house. I'm home, Mom, Dad.
Kathy is just so adorable, isn't she? Well, she's my child, so it's only natural. I'll have to buy her some new clothes.
I come home from school and try to talk to them, but they completely ignore me. My voice should reach them, yet I receive no response. My sister possesses everything that I lack. She has charm and cuteness. Even though she's not particularly good at studying, it seems that my parents find even that endearing. They are always doting on my sister, who is 10 years younger, completely disregarding me. Even on my birthday, the dining table is filled with my sister's favorite food.
Nikki, here's your birthday present.
The gift handed to me by my parents when I turned 15 was undoubtedly a small stuffed animal meant for young children. Why would they give me such a present when I'm in the third year of middle school? I had asked for new shoes for my birthday. Then my sister sitting beside me speaks up. Oh, this is the one I wanted, she says and snatches the stuffed animal from my hand. My parents also look at her with smiles on their faces.
Oh, this was the one Kathy wanted. My mistake. Oops, my bad. Sorry, Nikki. But could you give it to Kathy?
They casually inform me of such a cruel thing. But isn't this supposed to be my birthday present?
But Nikki, you were in middle school. You don't need a stuffed animal, do you? That's right. Kathy wants it. Nikki, you are her big sister, so be a good sport and give it to her.
My sister looks at me with a smirk, as if she knew this would happen. It was enough to make me feel even a sense of fear towards my 5-year-old sister. Despite these days of prioritizing my sister, people somehow adapt. Before I knew it, I had grown accustomed to this way of life. I would be praised no matter what I did. I would be ignored when I spoke. I had resigned myself to these daily struggles. Despite that, I never slacked off in my studies and successfully passed the high school entrance exams. I was able to get accepted into MIT straight out of high school. Without attending cram school, whenever I had questions, I would ask my teachers. I studied desperately, so when I found out I passed, I was truly happy. However, even when I got accepted into college, my parents didn't praise me.
The university doesn't matter. What's important is where you get a job and how much you can earn.
They threw such a dreamless remark at me. On the other hand, I started my job hunt early and didn't compromise at all. As a result, I passed the national exam and ended up working as a bureaucrat after graduating from college. When I returned home for the first time in a while, I informed my parents about receiving a job offer. Mom, Dad, I finished my job hunt.
Oh, really?
My mother, as uninterested as ever. My father didn't even respond and was busy playing with his smartphone. So, I ended up working as a bureaucrat.
Wait, what? A bureaucrat? Did you just say bureaucrat?
My mother, who had shown no interest until then, suddenly turned to me.
A bureaucrat? Nikki, is that true?
My father also stopped playing with his smartphone and leaned in with curiosity. Yeah, that's right. I passed the national exam too. I thought I should report it to you guys at least. That's why I came back today. Even if I make such a report, I won't get any praise anyway. However, contrary to my expectations, my father and mother started expressing words of congratulations one after another.
Nikki, being a bureaucrat is amazing, isn't it? Your mother was surprised. Well, I always thought you were a smart kid, but I never expected it to be this far. Your old man is proud.
I was frozen for a moment by the development I never imagined. I never thought my parents would praise me this much. That fact, to some extent, gave me confidence. As a working adult, I devoted myself to my job. The work was quite challenging, both in terms of its nature and workload, far beyond anything I had experienced before. But because it was a job that my parents praised, with that in mind, I faced my work with determination. Hello? Mom, is something wrong?
Oh, Nikki, how's work? Is everything going well?
She's concerned about me. Thinking about that, a feeling of joy wells up inside me. Yeah, it's busy but going well. Did you call me specifically for something?
Actually, there's something I want to ask you, Nikki.
Something you want to ask? What is it? Then my mother opened her mouth with an awkward expression.
Well, the thing is, I haven't been feeling well lately. I've decided to quit the part-time job I've been doing.
Huh? You're not feeling well? Are you okay?
I think it's partly due to my age. The doctor told me not to push myself too hard. So I want to discuss something. Nikki, would you be able to send me money every month from now on?
Send you money?
Yes. Could you do me that favor?
Looking back now, maybe she just wanted to squeeze money out of me. However, at that time, the fact that my mother relied on me made me genuinely happy.
Yes, it'll be fine. I don't have any particular hobbies, so I don't spend that much money. How much do you think you can send me? Let's see. For now, if you could transfer $1,000 every month, it would be a great help.
$1,000 every month? If I cut down living expenses a bit, I can manage. Got it. Then, starting from this month's payday, I'll transfer it to your account, Mom.
Really? As expected of Nikki.
You are reliable. I've been thinking that I want to live with you in the future. So please take care of me from now on. We're family, so we help each other when we are in trouble. Don't worry about it. Feeling completely uplifted, from that moment on, I started transferring $1,000 to my mother's account every month. One day, when Nikki returned home after a long time, her parents made a proposal to her. Nikki, we've been thinking about this for a while now. Your dad and I want to live with you, so we were hoping you could build a house for us. Huh? Me? Can't we just live together in our family home? This old house is falling apart, and both your dad and I are getting weaker every day. We want to live in a more comfortable home from now on. Honestly, Nikki was also worried about her parents. They were getting older, and her younger sister had already gotten married and moved out. She thought it would be better for her to live with them before something happened. So, Nikki decided to accept her parents' proposal. Okay, I have savings, and I'll try to build the house as soon as possible. Her parents were overjoyed at her response. Then her mother added a strange condition. Thank you, Nikki. Oh, by the way, we want a two-family house. Is that okay with you? Huh? Yeah, that's fine. Even though we're family, having our own private space is important. At the time, Nikki thought her parents were just being considerate of her. But in reality, a tremendous plan was being formulated behind her back. They decided to build a two-family house and immediately began preparing for it. Nikki spent most of her days off working on the house with her parents, deciding on the layout and contacting the construction company. About a year later, a splendid two-family house was completed. On the day of the move-in, as I was preparing to head to the new house after entrusting the belongings to the moving company, I received a phone call from them. We were told by the people at the house that they don't need that particular item and we should take it back. Huh? What do you mean? I hurriedly called my mother to confirm. Hello, Mom? Oh, it's you. Nikki, what's wrong? Why are you so flustered? I just got a call from the moving company and they said they were told to take my belongings back. Did they make a mistake with the location? Mom, could you go outside and check? Then, in the next moment, an unbelievable statement came out of my mother's mouth. Oh, I was the one who declined it. Huh? Wait, Mom, what do you mean? Your job here is done. You are no longer needed. Those words from my mother made my mind go blank. Done? What does she mean? Wasn't today the day when my parents and I were supposed to live in that house? I hurriedly headed to the new house. And then... Hey sis, hello? Someone from the second floor balcony waved at me. It was my sister, Kathy. Huh? Kathy? Why are you here? Why? I'm going to live in this house starting today, silly. On the balcony, not only my parents, but also Kathy and her husband were gathered, all of them looking down at me with smirks on their faces. Wait, Mom, Dad, what's going on? Why are Kathy and the others here? I looked up at the second floor and confronted them, and my father chuckled and said,
Seriously, there's no way we would live with someone as charmless as you. We are living with Kathy and her husband, so don't get in the way.
But, house was supposed to be for us to live together.
Huh? No way, we'd do that. We just had you build this house for us. We've been properly using the money you've earned, you know? Show some gratitude.
My parents burst into laughter at my father's words. At that moment, I felt an intense surge of anger rising at an incredible speed. They used my hard-earned money, and they want me to be grateful? What a joke! They took the money I worked so hard for, thinking it was for the sake, and used it for something like this. I've been supporting you all this time with my allowances, and you are capable of doing something like this? In response to my words, my mother arrogantly retorted,
Huh? What are you saying? With a mere $1,000 allowance? Who do you think you are? I don't remember ever being indebted to you for that.
Even my sister joined in, provoking me. Well, thanks to your allowances, big sister, our family had a good time. But we don't need your money anymore. If you don't like it, why don't you stop? Who do they think they are? I won't forgive them, no matter what. I crushed them thoroughly. Understood. In that case, I gladly stopped the allowances. I declared that and immediately returned to the apartment where I used to live. I explained the situation and arranged to live there again. And to seek revenge on that fake family, I utilized every acquaintance I had and prepared for their punishment. During that time, my parents and sister sent me sarcastic messages about how they were enjoying the new home, but I ignored them all. After all, I could live there for just a little longer. They can enjoy it as much as they want. 2 weeks later. Hello?
Hey, Nikki. What's going on? Why are you suddenly told to leave this house?
Oh, that. I decided to sell the house. I informed my father with a light-hearted voice.
What? Sell it? Are you kidding? This is the house we live in.
So what? The house is under my name.
What?
If I put that house up for sale, I can drive them out. This was my planned revenge. Since the house was built under my name, I naturally have the right to sell it. But just taking it back would be boring. By putting it up for sale, I decided to force everyone to move out without notice.
Wait a minute. It's unreasonable to leave in just 1 week. Kathy and her husband are here too. They won't leave, I guarantee.
I see. Well, it's fine. If you guys don't leave, I just call the police.
The police?
In the background of the phone call, I could hear my mother and sister yelling, but I didn't care about that. I have no intention of forgiving them at this point. Not even a bit.
Nikki, please just wait for a moment.
Well, I've been waiting, haven't I? I let you enjoy your life in the new home for these 2 weeks. Besides, there's still 1 more week until eviction. Am I not a super kind daughter? I delivered the sarcastic remark, and my father and the others fell completely silent. They only said things like, huh? Or no. So I decided to deliver the final blow. Sorry, but I won't be your convenient source of money anymore. I give you the allowances I've been given as a parting gift. In return, never get involved with me again. I conveyed that and hung up the phone. Phew, it's finally over. Surrounded by a sense of liberation, I collapsed onto the floor. My whole life was just being deceived and used for their convenience. And now That chapter has finally come to an end. It is said that my parents, who were kicked out of that house, returned to the old rundown house where they used to live. Since my sister and her husband had already canceled the house they were living in, they reluctantly moved back in with our parents. It's all because of Mom and Dad that we've been inconvenienced as a couple.
What did you say? You were the ones who said you wanted to live together in the first place.
That's right. If we had let Nikki continue living there instead of you, we could have had a stable retirement. Huh? What's that? This damn family. The honeymoon period between my sister and our parents is now a distant memory. Now, they verbally abuse each other every day, blaming each other for their responsibilities. I'm really glad to have cut ties with such a selfish family. The money I sent them won't come back, but I can regain my life from now on. I want to spend my days happily, using money for myself.